Welcome back. I'm Mary Jo, also known as Sewjo, and this is my channel where I talk about all my quilty stitchy things. And I have my sew sampler. This is the October 2025 box. So let's open it up, take a look at it. The theme is Sew Sampler Patchwork Prairie, October 2025. And let's take a look at the coupon. There's usually a coupon on the back. Okay, let's see. Receive a free 16-inch wooden ruler rack with a shippable purchase of $65 or more. Okay. And then they're talking about the new Sewjoquilts 3 quilt along that's starting in 2026. I'm on the fence whether I'm going to do that or not. We'll see. Let's see if I can cover up the code, and I'll show you what that looks like. There's what the Sewjoquilts 3 is going to look like. And then this is an alternative pattern if you don't want to do what they included. And this is the Layer Cake Latte quilt. So Sewjoquilts 3, like I said, I'm on the fence. You know, it's so many blocks and they release one. I don't remember how often. But I don't know. I haven't done the Sewjoquilts 1 or 2. I don't know. We'll see. I'm considering it. All right. Okay, let's see what we got in here. Okay, I was trying to find something because I saw something else in here to go along with that, but I couldn't find it. I think it's tucked away in one of my projects I'm working on, but that's okay. So let me pull you up. What I was looking at, this is the add a quarter ruler. This is for foundation paper piecing. I was looking for mine, which is the add a quarter plus. So let me pull this out. And you have a little lip here that you would put on and then cut there, and it adds that quarter when you're foundation paper piecing. Let me read about it and then I'll tell you about the add a quarter plus. Let's see. Pink add a quarter 1 by 6 inch ruler designed by CM Designs. It's a value of $8.98. Turn with confidence using add a quarter 1 by 6 inch ruler. This compact pretty pink ruler is designed with a clever 1/4 inch lip that makes it simple to add seam allowances and guide your rotary cutters along a straight edge. Its compact size tucks neatly into your sewing kit, always ready to lend a hand when foundation paper piecing. Pretty portable and precise. It's our favorite little ruler with a big impact. So the add a quarter plus has a little tapered edge on it, and what that does is for when you're doing foundation paper, you can fold directly on the line. This one is be a little bit harder. So yeah, I prefer the add a quarter plus, but you can still use this. It's just when you fold the paper over, it's not going to be as precise. So that is the add a quarter. Like that. Then let's see what else here is. No needle left behind. Sewing magnet mate. Actually, I do need one of these. Let's read about it. Now, this is the sewing magnet mate, and it is a value of $12.98. Round up runway pins and stray needles with the sewing magnet mate. This new nifty little tool telescopes out to 30 inches, making it quick and easy to retrieve falling pens, needles, and even metal notions like scissors, seam rippers, machine feet, and bobbins. Plus, its long reach makes grabbing items in hard-to-reach places simple and stress-free, lightweight, and practical. The sewing magnet mate makes tidying your sewing space effortless. All right, so I am excited to have one of these. I do not have one of these, and I need one. Because, as you know, I like to pen. I pen a lot. And sometimes those pens kind of start falling out and onto the floor. So now I can just use my little handy dandy thing and pick it up. And of course, I don't see a pen on the floor right now. But excited to have these. Also, I have metal bobbins for my machine, and inevitably when I start winding bottles, I drop them all under the sewing table, so that I'm like trying to have to get on my hands and knees to get them out. So I can just use this. So yes, this is something nifty for me to have. I'm liking that. Okay, so let's see. So just with these first two items, that is the value of the box. The box is like, you know, I think it's like $29.99, something like that, and then there's tax and shipping. So what it cost me is $37 and some odd cents. But you know, this is $13 and this is $9. So we're already at $22 and we haven't even got to any of the other stuff. So as always, I do think this is a great value. Okay, and we got foundation paper piecing. So these are square and square 5-inch quilt block foundation paper piecing. These are going to be used for our project that's in this much box. Let's read about it. This is a $9.98 value. So those were $22. This add another $10. This is approximately $32 in value already. So 5-inch square and square quilt block foundation paper by Sew Emma. Piece together patchwork perfections with the 5-inch square and square quilt block foundation paper. These pages take the guesswork out of sewing, precise points and angles, creating blocks as crisp as autumn air. Each sheet helps your blocks come together neat and tidy, giving you picture perfect results every time. They're just right for stitching up the pie safe table runner or adding a dash of prairie charm to any project on your list. Okay. Now, let's see. We have the flowering quilt block of the month here. So this is number 7. This is the What's Up Buttercup block. Now I am doing these. I am making videos and posting on my channel as I get them done. Now I don't know when I'll get this one done, but I'll do it sometime. Hopefully for the next box arrives. I am using my own fabric from my stash, so I'm not using what theirs is. Okay, now this is a $10 value as well, or not $10, $5 value. So that brings, we're up to like $37 because it's $4.98. I'm just rounding up a little bit. This month's flowering quilt block is ready to bloom. Let your creativity run wild and the sampler quilt sprouts into a true forget-me-not stitch by stitch. All right, and then we have the pattern for this month, and this is the Pie Safe Table Runner pattern. There we go. We'll read about this. This is the Pie Safe Table Runner pattern, and this is a $10 value. Watch autumn leaves drift down outside your windows as you bake the Pie Safe Table Runner pattern like russet leaves across the prairie. This design brings together rich florals, rustic plaids, and cozy colors from the Pie Safe Evening on the Prairie Junior 10-inch Stacker by Melissa Gilbert. With an additional size option included is the perfect handmade touch for every autumn table. Okay, so this is a table runner. Now, I've said it before, I'm not a super big fan of table runners. You know, I'm just not. But it does give an option for a lap quilt. So, let's see the table runner. What you will need is... See, how big is the table runner? The table run is 19.5 by 60 3/4. And for the table runner, you'll need the junior stacker, junior layer cake, which we'll show that in a minute. There's 24 pieces in that. You'll need 23 yards of a background. You need a fat quarter of accent, a half yard of a border, and 5/8 yard quarter stone and binding. But if you were to do the lap size quilt, which the finished quilt is 52.5 by 52.5 if you do the lap size. And the lap size, in addition to the junior layer cake, you're going to need 1 1/8 background sashing, a fat quarter for the accent, 1 yard border, and 5/8 yard quarter stone and binding. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'd do the lap quilt or not, as opposed to the table runner. I don't know. We'll see when I get there. But there it is. That is that and the fabric. So we've already said this is Modern Prairie by Melissa Gilbert from Little House on the Prairie. Now, I remember growing up watching Little House on the Prairie all the time. So let me see. Let me get this open here. I'm going to open it up and take a look at everything. There's the layer cake. Now, it did say this was 24 pieces in this junior layer cake. Now, normally a layer cake's either 40 or 42. Alright. I'm unrolling it. So let's see if we can flip through this here. I'm not a fan of these first two, but it's very fallish looking. I do like the plaits. So far, I think it's just those very first two I didn't like. Let me move this box so my arm quits. Okay. Now, it's not my favorite line, but I'd still use it. I do like that. There we go. Now, I do like this print better than that first one, than this. I like that purpley mauvey background color. And the last one. Okay. So that is everything in the Sew Sampler box. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Till next time. Bye.